Hello everyone, Terraria's newest update 1.4.5 has added new mechanics, blocks and items, and some controversial changes too, such as whip stacking. While major ones like the new secret seeds, the power and dead cell stuff, that kind of stuff, it's been covered many times over. I want to highlight a few lesser talked about topics that haven't been mentioned in videos I've seen. So let's get started. The new music for the bosses is incredibly nice, and I like that each boss's theme sounds unique to it instead of reusing the same track multiple times. There is one, however, when listening to it that's unique from the rest, the Torch God. They absolutely cooked with this one. It's the first uniquely death metal track. It's also the only track that I'm aware of that has lyrics in it. In a recent hotfix after we discovered every seed, Relogic added a very nice quality of life feature, a seed menu. That way we don't have to flop to Wikipedia every time we want to try a new seed. In a new hotfix after adding it, they also added descriptions to it. We also got a very nice and long requested quality of life feature, a dash keybind. For those of us who like the ancient ways of like 2 weeks ago, we still have the double tap. I personally prefer it this way, but I can see with somewhat like a dedicated button. The double tapping didn't make it hard to do precise player alignment when trying to set something up though, so I'm glad we can change it. The new biome backgrounds are super nice. I love them. They mostly don't feel out of place and they are gorgeous. I especially love how my least favorite crimson background, the one with the red Taggart rocks, has been completely remastered. I always felt the Taggart one was out of place since it was lacking the gore and but now the new one has fleshy spike tunnels. You know, the scenes we've always wanted. They also kept the old one too, in case you prefer it. They've added hard mode variant of the fishing and mining armor sets, with increased bonuses and defense, obtained from crafting the pre-hard mode sets with Mistral or Oracalia. Now you can do heavy mining operations with more than like 5 defense now. You can place critters and kites on the ground as a permanent placement. You can now place fireflies or ladybugs over a pond you made for the ambient, while we have a fluffy little bunny rabbit in the room since the town NPC rabbits don't exactly look the same. Overall 10 out of 10, love it. They've removed the mechanic of pylons not working when an invasion is happening or when there is a boss. Now, if you're in the middle of one, you can still walk to wherever you like in the world with no consequences. However, I do think that there is some bad to this. I support the invasion part because it is super annoying, but I don't think they should walk to bosses. It seems to lessen the risk of playing and fighting a boss, especially in hardcore difficulties. New hairstyles. What more is there to say? Some of them are great, some are less great, but they're all great. Anything that can be wired now has a wireable tooltip on it. I love this change, especially since it makes no more sense than you hooking something up that looks like it would be wireable, but then it refuses to do anything. Maybe this one's a little less obscure or lesser known than the other one, but new summoner reforces. It always felt weird that summoner had no exclusive reforces, and it has never sat right with me. I do like that whips do keep the melee ones, since whips are a melee weapon when you think about it. Crashing an item now automatically attempts to research it. You no longer have to shift click item into a research slot, which is slow and tedious. Now you can just instantly trash everything for the same outcome. You can now see a set bonus of an armor set before you craft it. This might be a minor hint, but now it allows you to see if a set is worth crafting before dedicating time to it. I did like the other way of experimenting and discovery, but this is a way better way to have it. You can now preview your player with outfit previews and such in the character creation. Silver armor, hallowed armor, formal wear, and beach wear for some reason. There's also a voice and pitch toggle for male-female voices as well as just a little click. When I first booted up the update and saw the effect on the cloud when the sun set and the way the shape of it changed, it blew my mind. It seemed like a risky move though, modifying the visuals of Terraria in such a drastic way, but surprisingly it still feels like Terraria. Don't even get me started on the Northern Lights though, they are so beautiful. This next one's a little bit weird. Why? Why did the Blue Moon and Sun Theory get the ability to be used together? It's a cool change, but why these two specifically? Reference? Enhanced Tax Collection. It has an absolutely terrible payout, but the classic cane from the tax collector allows you to manually beat your townsfolk up to get the money. Is it unethical? Probably. But now you have 3 weapons to beat your townsfolk up with: the cane, eggs, and the fly mule. Also, I found this out while recording, but you can beat your town pets up for money too. I don't know how a rabbit pays taxes, but free money. The new whip animation. Well, yes, the new hitbox for it was incredibly stupid. When looking at it, it was a lot different. But after a hotfix to still have different throw with a consistent hitbox, I love it. I like it that it gives variation to a whip instead of having the same whip looks over and over and over. I value smaller details. I want to highlight all of the new furniture because there's a lot. 22 to be exact. They all look super nice and clean. Good cohesion between the pieces in the set. You can also see themes to it. Demon Knight looks like a wizard or a clairvoyant place. Crimson looks like a polished up flesh set. Spike furniture? Why? Nobody's sitting on that toilet. My personal favorite is the dustware, a complete opposite to the sunplate furniture. 2 nice new quality of life pylons, the underworld and the shimmer pylon. I will always place my universal in the underworld and the underground at the shimmer, but now that these are in the game and I can put the 2 original ones wherever I like. I also like how pylons are just permanently sold anywhere to make it less of a mystery wiki required thing. Even though Terraria still requires a wiki for a first playthrough likely, but at least pylons are a little bit less of a mystery. The new stress ball allows for AFK farms to be done without having to put a heavy rock or something on your mouse or keyboard. Super nice, and I'm glad that Realogic helps with AFK farming, considering that it's not an intended way to play most video games, unless it's a robot tycoon or something. Finally, kite buffs. By flying a kite, you can build up 20 minutes of high spirit, increasing stats such as mining speed, movement speed, and placement speed. It's a nice pre-boss fight buff, and it's really easy to obtain. Overall, a very nice addition. That's everything of significance that I was able to find. While there are many more, like the Obsidian Fish's new flame projectiles, they're not significant enough to justify lengthening this video even more than it already is. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing if you want, and I'll see you in the next one.